So it's about 12 till 9. And I'm at work. I made extremely good time this morning. I don't know how I did it. We left the house later today than what we did yesterday. I got stuck in 2 school zones, and I had to end up going to someone else's house to drop Elena off. She's still with my mom, but for those of you that's been here a little bit, I've mentioned it kind of in passing that I'm a caregiver and my mom was also a caregiver. And so she still does it, but she kind of does it kind of like on the side for just like ever so often, you know, here and there. And this one particular lady, has sat with her for a couple years, just kind of off and on here and there, just to kind of give her husband, you know, a break, go golfing, hunting, whatever the case may be. And so he called her yesterday and asked if she could sit with his wife while he went to do some stuff, and of course she said yes. So today and tomorrow I had to drop Elena off at the client's house to be with mom, and they are okay. Now they can't come to like with me to work because I work for an actual company and that is not allowed. But since they know my mom, she's known them for a while, she said, well, I'm keeping my granddaughter right now, and so I won't be able to. And he's like, bring the baby. I don't care. We love kids. Bring them. It's not going to hurt a thing. And considering that it's just Elena, it will be okay because Elena's not as rambunctious as Caleb. And then I found out this morning that this particular lady, she actually was a nanny when she worked. And so, that's why they didn't care if Elena came. They're like, oh my gosh, a baby. Even though she's made it very clear, she's not a baby. She's a big girl. But anyhow, even though I had to go a little bit, it wasn't necessarily out of the way, but to get to their house easier, I had to go a different way, which is a little bit longer of a drive. And then I ended up stopping and getting some coffee, and I got me a little sausage. I don't know what I got, to be honest. I literally was not thinking. I was trying to make a video for my sister, and while I was trying to order, so I honestly don't know what this is. I know it's sausage something. I don't know if I said biscuit or I don't know what I did. I guess I'll find out in a minute. So even though I did that, I actually still made really good time. And so for that, I am yay, because I still want to be able to do the morning vlogs. It gives me a chance to kind of get all of my thoughts and feelings out before I go to work. And so, but this I might not be able to do this like every day. So anyhow, yeah, Caleb did really good in school yesterday, even though he didn't have to have his afternoon meds. They said he still did pretty good. He was even good after I picked him up. He was still good. He was just very, very hyper, very loud. Like, he just was like, everything that he was saying was like extremely loud. And like, even Elena was like, Bubba, you're so loud. Quiet down. And I'm like, okay. I know that. Okay, when Elena says you're being too loud, okay, you're being too loud. Okay, let's lower the volume. But he was just so excited, on top of not having his medicine. And he was just so happy and just so excited, to where he was just being loud. So I did have to put him into the calming corner yesterday, for the fact of he just couldn't calm down. He couldn't settle. He could not focus. And I know that a lot of that has to do with the fact of him not having his medicine. And so what we do with the calming corner, it's a lot like the punishment corner, but he's not in trouble. He doesn't have to really stand there and do like his punishment time, because we put him in the corner for however many minutes he is old. So he's 5, so he'll stay in there 5 minutes, unless he's, you know, kicking the wall or throwing a fit. You know, if he does something that we deem, we'll add a little bit of extra time on there. You know, just your normal punishment corner. As to where the calming corner is not really, we don't do it that way. We normally I try to put him in like the other corner, because he tends to go to the same one every time, because it's just repetitive for him. I try to put him in like the other one. That way, if he wants to kind of turn around and like look at me, like if something catches his attention, like he can kind of look at it, and like if something's going on, you know, if I'm doing something like making coffee, they always shake the little pods, the little coffee pods, before we put it in. You know, and so like he's able to still do something and still kind of interact with everybody, but he knows I'm trying to get him to where he stands there, to where he's just by himself and he stays calm. And that is something that's kind of always helped him, because he doesn't have all the other distractions. It's hard to have him like sit in like a chair or sit on the couch, because he's still watching. If I can get him to like stare at something or look at something that's boring to him, it calms his brain down. And so after he got out of his calming corner, he was fine. He was still a little bit on the hyper side, but the volume kind of fixed itself. And so so he didn't get in really any trouble, other than that. But again, it's not really in trouble. It was just, that is just a technique that we use with him to help calm him down. So it's getting rid of all of the distractions so he can focus on calming down. So, and it is definitely very chilly today. It is actually very cold. I literally had them dressed, and then I had to end up changing their bottoms and putting pants on them, because it's chilly. I kind of wish I would have thought about it and had time to put my tights on, because my legs are a tad bit chilly. Probably would not be a bad idea to try to order a longer work skirt. I might see if I might try to do that. But I do have tights. They've been packed up, you know, because we haven't used them in a year, because we only use them during the winter months. So they might be a little stinky just by being packed up. So might be time for me and Elaine to both find ours and maybe try to wash them over the weekend, because it's probably going to start getting cold. So anyhow, yesterday, as y'all know, if y'all watched yesterday's video, some of that was filmed on my phone. Also, sorry, part of it was done on my phone, and as y'all can tell, we went through like the front office. That's what she had told me to do, like when we come for like his first day, when I bring all his supplies, like his school supplies, to come in through the front office. That way she can lead him to like his classroom and all of that stuff. So that's what we did. And so yet this morning we went through the car drop off, and it made me realize, between yesterday afternoon and this morning, it made me realize, because how they have everything set up, everything is through the passenger side. Well, Caleb sits behind me. They won't let him come in and out this side, because there might end up being like another car. So the building's on passenger side. Everything's through the passenger doors. And so it really made me realize, I thought about it yesterday, but seeing how hard it was to to see him try to get his backpack and get out over Elena, I'm going to end up swapping them. I prefer having Elena on the passenger side since she's little and I can see her. But it's going to be, this morning really showed me how hard and difficult it was going to be for him to get his backpack and his lunchbox and everything and try to get over Elena. And they are quick. I don't know about anybody else's school districts and their car drop-off, but they get with it. Like, they want the kids in and out, like, extremely quickly. It's a good thing that Caleb knows how to unbuckle himself. Because, yeah, they go real quick. Which is why the whole entire car drop-off is done within, like, 20 minutes. 20, 30 minutes, it's done. Like, they've got their last child out. And so, so I'm going to end up swapping them, which will end up being a little bit easier for the fact of if we, like, go to Walmart or anywhere like that and I'm by myself, I can just go over here, back here behind me, get Elena, and Caleb can already unbuckle himself and walk across. That way I don't have to unbuckle him, shut the door, walk around, and get her and have him walk out that side. It will actually save some time, and in my head, it seems like it's going to be a little less stressful. And then, of course, that will make it easier getting him in and out for school. So I'm going to try to do that. I don't know if I'll have time to do that today. I know that my client wouldn't have a problem with me doing that, but I don't know if I'll have time. I don't know what else she has planned today. If I don't, then Friday I will definitely do that because I'm not working Friday. It's just going to be me and her. So I can, I can do that. So, also, my truck has a misfire. I don't remember if I have said that or not. But yes, my truck is having a misfire. So yes, I am still driving it. Align said that it was fine just to kind of just go where I'm going and it'll be fine. Let's see. Is today Wednesday? Yes, today's Wednesday. The parts will be in tomorrow for him to fix it. So hopefully sometime tomorrow or Friday, hopefully he'll be able to fix it. So, yeah. I got a text from Nanny. I wasn't able to text Nanny yesterday. I've been trying to keep her, like, kind of like, kind of in the loop, a little bit. And so, I told her that I didn't go into detail, but I told her that Caleb, as like, due to other unforeseen issues, aka the therapist, Caleb didn't start school at the beginning of the year like he was supposed to. Now, per doctor's request, the actual psychiatrist, she wants him to be in school, get him in school. And so I was like, he was supposed to start, last week. But they didn't have everything that they needed. And so I didn't realize that. And so, and then of course he didn't start this past Monday because it was a holiday. So, I took some of the videos, the little clippets that I took yesterday with my phone. I sent her one of them. And, yeah, she just texted back and said, "Oh, my baby." And so I knew that she was going to be happy. I thought she was a little bit upset with me because when I told her that he was going to start school, I was like, hopefully he'll start school on Monday. Good. All I got was a good. So I thought she was kind of mad at me. But this morning, her text was, "Oh, my sweet baby." And so, like, I know that she's happy because I finally got him in school. That was something me and her always talked about. It's not really hit me yet. It just kind of feels like normal day. Like, just like yesterday was like a normal day. Like, I didn't get like emotional. Elena's getting emotional. This morning was worse than ever with her being emotional. She actually almost cried when we dropped him off in Lefty. Me, I'm just kind of, it just kind of feels like another day. So I don't know if it's because of the fact of this has been something that I've looked forward to for so long, because he's been just so crazy. And like now it's like he's in school. So now like on my days off, I do have a time to kind of calm down and not try to unstimulate myself, if that makes sense. And so, I don't know if it's just because I've always said, I can't wait for you to start school. I can't wait for you to start school. Not in like a bad way, but it's just, that was just one of the milestones in his life that I just couldn't wait for him to do. And I guess since I've told myself that for so long, now that he started, it's like, okay, he's done it. Or it could be the fact that I'm trying to distract Elena because she's so emotional and she's trying to cry here. And I'm like, oh no, baby, it's okay. And, and then I'm, trying to focus on the truck and, the truck, kind of misfiring, and I'm trying to pay attention to that. And, just so much going through my brain. And yesterday, me and my client was going, had doctor's appointments to go to. And that was something that she had told me. She's like, I think it's going to hit you Friday. She says, because you're going to drop him off and you're going to go home and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, my house is so quiet. Where's the noise? Where's the noise? And she's like, I think it's, and then she's like, once the truck is fixed, she says, I think that it's going to actually hit you. She's like, because all of that, all of the worries and the things that's going through your mind, it's not going to be there anymore. You're not going to be worried about the truck because the truck's going to be fixed. And she's like, your house is going to be quiet. And Elena is probably going to come to you and say, well, where's Bubba? Well, Bubba's still at school. Aww. And so she's like, you two will, she's like, I can actually see you two sitting on the couch kind of crying. She's like, and then when she goes to her room and she cries, she's like, I think that's really when it's going to hit you. And I'm like, I hope so. Because I kind of feel like a bad parent for the fact of I did not get emotional for Caleb's first day of school. Like at all. I'm just like, okay. It's like he's been doing it all year and it's just like another day. Like it doesn't feel like the first day. So, and it could have been for the fact of, it was kind of like a last minute decision, for the fact of, which I said I would make that video. I'll probably make that video Friday, on why we did it the last second. But, so yeah. Anyhow, I have to go in and get clocked in and start work. So I'm excited. I'm glad he's in school and I'm happy that he had a good day. So with that being said, we're off and we will talk to you guys next time.